It's a beautiful morning in the neighborhood. Okay, Nix, go to the bathroom. And off he goes, racing through the neighborhood, until he finds the perfect spot.
Welcome to Yoldai's Pet Corner.
Ever notice how small dogs don't know they're small? A Jack Russell wakes up every morning like, "Today, we hunt bear." A rat terrier wakes up like, "Today, we secure the perimeter." Meanwhile, you're just trying to drink your coffee in peace. But here's the truth. These two little powerhouses weren't bred to be cute. They were engineered on purpose for real work. They are not just energetic dogs. They are specialists with resumes written in their DNA. And if you choose the wrong one for your home, you won't have a pet. You'll have a full-time job. Welcome back to our series on choosing the right dog for your family. Today, we'll help you choose wisely between two of the most intense small breeds out there. We're putting the Jack Russell Terrier and the Rat Terrier head-to-head. This isn't just about picking a cute face. It's about understanding the engine under the hood. At first glance, they look similar. They're about the same size. They both have seemingly endless energy. But don't be fooled. They were bred for very different missions. And that core difference changes everything about how they behave in your home, how they interact with your family, and what they need from you to thrive. One was designed as a solo hunter, the other as a farm-wide teammate. Understanding that distinction is the key to making the right choice. Let's start with the Jack Russell Terrier. This iconic breed began in early 1800s England with a man named Reverend John Jack Russell. He wasn't just a clergyman. He was an avid fox hunter with a very specific vision. His goal was to engineer the perfect fox hunting partner. But here's the key detail. This dog wasn't meant to kill the fox. Its job was to drive it. The dog had to chase the fox across the countryside, follow it fearlessly into its underground burrow, bark relentlessly to signal its location, and ultimately flush it back out for the hounds to continue the chase. This highly specialized job description required a very particular set of traits. The dog had to be utterly fearless in tight, dark, underground spaces. It needed an obsessive, single-minded drive that wouldn't quit. It had to be an independent problem solver, capable of making decisions on its own, deep inside a fox den. And it needed explosive, rechargeable energy to go from 0 to 100 instantly and stay there for hours. This wasn't a pet. It was a purpose-built tool for a demanding sport. Now, let's cross the ocean to meet the Rat Terrier, a true American original. This breed wasn't the vision of a single person, but was developed practically by farmers who needed an all-in-one solution for homestead life. It's a melting pot of breeds, a clever mix of terriers for grit, whippets and Italian greyhounds for speed, and beagles for their keen nose. This genetic cocktail was designed for a completely different, more collaborative role. The Rat Terrier's job description was far more varied. Its primary duty was to eradicate rats and other vermin, protecting the farm's grain stores. But it also had to serve as a watchdog, alerting the family to strangers. Crucially, it was expected to be a gentle companion for the children, work alongside its people all day, and then, at night, come inside and relax by the fire. This created a dog that is smart and calculating, fast and precise, but also more socially bonded to its human family, and critically, able to switch off when the work is done. So right from their origins, you can see the fundamental difference. One was bred to be a solo tunnel hunter with a singular, obsessive objective. The other was bred to be a versatile farm teammate, constantly tuned into the people around it. And that core programming shows up big time in your living room. Both dogs have extremely high prey drive. That's genetic. That's not training. That's wiring. But how that prey drive expresses itself is different. Studies on working terriers show high persistence and problem-solving independence. Jack Russells will dig through drywall, climb furniture, invent games, create their own missions if bored. They don't wait for you to tell them what to do. They assign themselves a job. When it comes to training, their core motivations diverge significantly. Rat Terriers score high in handler focus and adaptive intelligence. They are constantly watching you for cues, ready to work in partnership. This makes them highly responsive to structured training, but be aware, they often tire mentally faster than they do physically. They thrive on clear direction from their person. A Jack Russell, on the other hand, doesn't just want direction. They want an objective. Give them a puzzle with a clear win state. Find it, flush it, solve it, and their intense drive will light up. That's a huge difference for a family to manage. So, who fits which family? If you are a very active person who loves dedicated training, enjoys constant engagement, and doesn't mind a bit of chaos energy, a Jack Russell can be an incredible and rewarding companion. However, if you are a busy household that needs a dog who is smart but manageable, wants a companion that can actually relax sometimes, and you have kids or other pets, a rat terrier often fits into the family dynamic much more smoothly. Because here's the reality check when things go wrong. A bored Jack Russell doesn't just get restless, it becomes a demolition project, capable of redecorating your living room with stuffing and wood chips. A bored rat terrier, while still needing an outlet, typically becomes a nuisance, maybe some alert barking or pacing. It's a big difference in potential collateral damage. This extends to their social lives. Jack Russells tend to bond intensely with one or two people. They can be fantastic dogs, but their stubborn streak and high intensity mean they aren't always tolerant of unpredictable small children unless raised and managed very carefully. Rat terriers, by contrast, tend to be more adaptable socially. They were bred to live on busy farms, surrounded by noise, movement, and multiple people. This history often makes them more forgiving and integrated into a bustling family. Ultimately, you don't really own a Jack Russell. You supervise a highly capable, independent contractor. A rat terrier? That's more like a brilliant coworker who occasionally needs friendly reminders about the office rules. Jack Russell, nuclear reactor. Rat terrier, high-performance engine. Both are energetic. One is relentless. Jack Russells need serious daily exercise, mental work, structured play. Rat terriers need exercise, interaction, but can settle when done. One can relax after activity. One is looking for the next mission. Do you want a dog that needs a job every waking minute? Or a dog that enjoys a job but also enjoys downtime with you? That question alone can decide this entire choice. Because in part 2, we're going to talk about trainability differences, how they do with other animals, barking, digging, escaping tendencies, and which one secretly surprises most first-time owners. But first, let's go to the backyard and see me and Scooby.
Hi, Yoldai and Scooby here for Yoldai's Pet Corner. And last week we got 3 subscribers, 3 bones. I said that I'd be bringing on Scooby. Here he is. And now he's got his bone. Thank you.
This photo was taken around 3:30 inches the morning by my wife, and it captures a moment you don't see every day. This is Rocky. Next week you will get to see him. We're also putting up a poll on our community page so you can help decide which dog you'd like to see featured in the next video. Your vote matters, so be sure to check it out. And if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Hey folks, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed seeing Scooby. Now, in part 1, we talked about why these 2 small dogs were created, what jobs they were bred for, and how that history wires their brains very differently. One was built for the solitary, relentless pursuit of foxes underground. The other was bred to be a versatile, cooperative partner on American farms. That core difference in their origin stories is the key to everything. It's what shows up every single day when you bring one of these dogs into your house. So here's the rehook. They look alike, they're the same size, they have the same energy level, but one is much easier to live with than the other for most families. To understand why, we need to look at their social behavior through 2 lenses: task drive versus pack sense. Task drive is that singular focus on a job, often at the exclusion of everything else. Pack sense is the instinct to cooperate, communicate, and connect with the group. Both dogs are extremely intelligent, but they learn differently because their wiring prioritizes one of these over the other. The Jack Russell is the ultimate independent problem solver. a pure expression of task drive. They don't naturally look to you for instruction because their history taught them to think for themselves in a tunnel, alone. They often ask, "Why should I do that?" Training requires immense patience, creativity, and constant challenge. They get bored with repetition fast. In contrast, the Rat Terrier is handler-focused, a dog with strong pack sense. They constantly watch you and genuinely want to work with you. Training is often smoother because they naturally check in, respond to cues, and find deep satisfaction in pleasing their owner. This is why many first-time owners feel more successful with Rat Terriers. It's not about one being smarter. It's about which dog's instincts align with a cooperative family life. Remember the prey drive we talked about in part 1? This is where it shapes your daily life. For the Jack Russell, that drive is a powerful, built-in instinct. Think of it as a laser focus on anything small and fast, from a squirrel in the park to a wind-blown leaf. This intensity means they can be highly reactive to movement. It also fuels their independent nature. They were bred to hunt alone in tunnels, making their own decisions. This can sometimes translate into possessiveness over what they consider high value, like a favorite toy or even their spot on the couch. So, what does this mean for a family? It means you become the guide for that energy. Early and ongoing socialization is non-negotiable. To teach them the world isn't full of prey, structured training and clear, consistent boundaries help them understand the rules of a human household. Providing outlets for that drive, like puzzle toys or scent work, is crucial for a calm companion. When you see guarding behavior, the key is to manage it calmly and trade up, teaching them that sharing with you is a good thing. Now, let's look at the Rat Terrier. They still have a high prey drive. They were bred to clear out vermin, after all. But here's the key difference. They were developed to do it alongside people on a busy farm. This makes them more socially adaptable and handler-focused. They are more likely to look to you for cues in a new situation. As a result, they're often more tolerant of the chaos of a busy home and can integrate more easily with other dogs and children, provided they're raised with care. This difference in origin creates two very different mindsets. The Jack Russell is a solo hunter with a job always on its mind. The Rat Terrier is a working partner, ready for a job but also ready to check in and be part of the family flow. Both dogs might dig, but one does it with a hunter's relentless focus, while the other might do it out of boredom before looking for the next group activity. This core motivation is what surprises many owners, and it even changes how you should view your own backyard. A Jack Russell sees a fence and thinks, "Challenge accepted." A Rat Terrier sees a fence and thinks, "Good. The property is secure." Here's the backyard reality. The Jack Russell tests every weakness, digs under, climbs over, squeezes through. Use dig barriers, top rollers, and double gates. The Rat Terrier patrols, alerts, then settles with you. Build in a job, sniff games, fetch short training bursts. Secure the yard for both. Manage the hunter, empower the partner. Here's a truth that surprises a lot of people. Most families who think they want a Jack Russell actually want a Rat Terrier. It's an easy mistake to make. On the surface, they seem so similar. People picture a smart, energetic, fun-sized companion for the kids in the backyard. But what a Jack Russell actually is, deep in its DNA, is a full-time, professional hunter packed into a small body. Their brain is wired for one thing, the hunt. They are built to clock in every single minute, always searching for a job to do. In contrast, a Rat Terrier is a smart, energetic companion with a crucial feature, an off switch. So, what is an off switch? It's the ability to transition from high-energy work or play and then genuinely settle down and relax. This work-play-rest rhythm is what makes them fit so seamlessly into the dynamic of a busy family home. They can match your energy, but they can also embrace the quiet moments. That off switch is often the deciding factor between loving your dog and feeling completely overwhelmed by your dog. With a Jack Russell, the job rarely ends, which can be exhausting if you aren't prepared to provide constant engagement. With a Rat Terrier, downtime is real and restorative for everyone. So, to summarize, If you want a relentless, objective-driven hunter with boundless stamina, the Jack Russell is your dog. But if you want a clever partner who engages deeply then settles peacefully, the Rat Terrier is the better fit. It's all about choosing the mindset you want living with you, day in and day out. You can see how these core instincts play out in the wild every week on our channel. And speaking of dogs doing exactly what they were bred to do, don't forget to join us every week for Wilderness Wednesdays, where we look at animals in their natural environments and the behaviors they were designed for. All right, let's go check out on Rocky and see what he and his pups are up to.
Hey, enjoying our stories? Buy my dad a coffee, thanks. On behalf of myself, my pups, and my dad, we thank you for watching.
Please remember to like
and subscribe. We get bones.